Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today is going to be an amazing workshop and bootcamp. Today, we're going to learn all about how you are going to scale past that six figures so that you can be a millionaire. So, just a little bit of housekeeping. Please, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat, send me a DM, and I will collect all of those. My team and I will collect all of those, and we will try our very best to reply to you as soon as possible. But no question is a silly question. Everyone is busy. I know you're probably listening to this while you're dropping the kids off, but I would really love it if you could close all the distractions that you have if you are able to, and to really focus on all the good bits of this workshop because it's going to be amazing. And I am so excited because I have did a lot of hand holding for a lot of six-figure entrepreneurs to enable them to walk into that seven-figure path that you are going to learn about today. So without further ado, let's start and let's get to it. So today's bootcamp is all about the three-step approach to scaling past your six-figure plateau. And like I said, ask questions. There is a chat. So please ask any questions and I will be collecting them. You are here because you are successful. Okay. You are already a successful entrepreneur. You know that you have a God-given talent and you've done so well. I want to applaud you on that to make it this far. But I know that you can do better. Okay. And that's why I'm here for. I'm here for you. And I'm going to give you so much information on how you can get to that million mark. But first, like I said, close all distractions and be present with me because these information will really help you, and you need that space to process everything I'm telling you and for you to really absorb information, really close the distractions. And I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat. I want you to tell me what your business name is, who do you serve, and what services it is that you offer. And also tell me one fun thing about you. For me, one fun thing about me, I actually compete in powerlifting. Powerlifting is a really fun sport for me. I love strength training. I love being strong. So that's a little bit of fun fact about me. And I also love to sing. So if there's any singers in the group, let me know and we can really discuss any of those hobbies. All right. So, first of all, I want to ensure that everyone knows that this is a safe space. Okay. So, I want you to be honest right now. And I want you to answer these questions. And you can even drop it in the chat. I want you to ask yourself, do you feel reactive and not proactive right now in your business? Do you feel that you're constantly winging it and you know that you need better systems in place, but you actually don't know how you got started? You may be a coach or a teacher at heart and you don't know anything about business, right? You don't, or you do, but you really have to really learn into it. It's not your zone of genius. Operations, project management, managing a team, you didn't sign up for that. You just wanted to teach, you just wanted to help other people. And you find yourself spending hours and hours trying to put your funnels together, trying to do customer service, replying to emails, and you feel so guilty being glued in front of your screen and your computer all day. And that wasn't what you started your business for. You started your business for freedom. Just like me, I also started my business for freedom, to have my own schedule, to own my time, own my wealth, own my joy in life. But right now, do you feel guilty not spending enough time with your loved ones? You're probably not spending enough time with your partner, your children. You're not seeing your girlfriends, your boyfriends enough. Do you feel like, you started this business with this dream, and all of a sudden you've actually created this trap for yourself, and it doesn't feel good. It actually feels really horrible, and you're starting to resent your business at six figures, and you know that you can do better, but you feel like the back end of your business is a mess, and frankly things are falling off the cracks, and you're constantly worried that you'll mess something up, and if you take a day off, my goodness, things are gonna, go down, uh, go down the toilet, to put it more politely. So, are you tired of wasting your time and money trying to figure out all of this by yourself? Do you think that you can't scale beyond the point, without having systems and support and processes in place? Well, it's okay. I want to tell you that it's absolutely okay if you feel all of these feelings and emotions and you are pretty much at your wits' end and you know that you need to do something because this is not a sustainable way of running an online business. So, with that, I want us to really get to know me and for me to tell you why you should listen to me and what makes you, Pauline, actually, you know able to help me out with my problems right now. So, I want you to get to know me in this webinar. So, I'm Pauline, and I scaled my online business management agency during the pandemic after creating a very stressful 9 to 5. And I've worked in big tech companies like Google, when I now help other service providers own their wealth, time, and joy in life. Service provider being other virtual assistants, um, web designers, coaches, digital course creators, anyone that provides a service and love helping people. I love helping. So, what is an online business management agency? Essentially, we take your ideas from your head and bring them to life in a way that is organized and efficient so that you can work on your zone of genius. From client onboarding to creating new services, we work hand in hand with you to bring everything to life in the back end, right? In your operations, while you take care of the creative part and we leave the visionary things to you and you leave the operational things to us. So that's kind of a little bit about my business. Like I said, I would love to know about what you do, so please share it in the chat. All right, so a little bit more background about me so that we can get to know one another. Well, I did a social science degree. I did anthropology at a top university, and I worked in a product design agency in big tech, like I mentioned, Google. And also I did marketing in the city of London, which is the financial district of London, if you are not from London. So if anyone is in the UK, let me know where you're from as well, in the chat. So I started off freelancing as a podcasting virtual assistant. I grew into an online business manager role and scaled to a full service agency in just a few months during the background of the pandemic, right? And it's been a whirlwind ride. And also I am a certified director of operations. So I serve as a COO to my clients. And this is me. This photo of me, it was actually back in the Facebook headquarters. Because I actually crashed a Facebook summer party, fun fact, in the summer of 2018. And this is me in the Instagram area. And I am passionate about helping women to overcome their mindset blocks and lack of business training to become free and wealthy service business owners whilst working less than 25 hours a week. And how do I do that? That is the secret of this program. So I want you to really stay into the end and keep watching, because I will tell you how you can work less than 25 hours a week and on your zone of genius. But first, I am proud of all of my clients, right? And I want to showcase you their achievements. So let me tell you how these entrepreneurs walk the path to 7 figures with me and my team. So this is Caroline. Caroline came to me because she knew that there was something wrong with her onboarding. Her churn rate with her coaching clients was increasing month by month, and it was really stressing her out. She was thinking, something's wrong. My client experience is not up to par. I'm just not getting my leads for my marketing. Like, something's wrong here. And she came to me because she knew that I was a business growth strategist, and I knew that operations and small business operations are my zone of genius. So this is what I did. And like I said, I used to work in big tech, so I love data. I love being data driven. So we use data from me analyzing user research, competitive analysis, and analytics to improve student onboarding, content discovery, her own content, of course, and increase her audience growth by 10% month on month, which is a huge, huge deal. I also created a community for her so that she can house her needs all in one place. And guess what? She was able to grow her coaching practice from one to one to many, generating six-figure sales. All right. Let me just tell you that she managed to go from one to many. And I handheld her through that process, and told her exactly what strategies to do so that she can do this effectively and she can generate all of those sales. So I want you to really understand from her story that just little tweaks and just having someone analyze um, her business. Of course, she didn't know she came from a law background, and her clients were also high achieving women who are lawyers. And she needed someone to come in, audit her business, and really see the little tweaks that allowed her to go to the next stage, right, in her business to really upscale and up level. So I want you to take that away. Sometimes you just need that extra pair of eyes to look over everything and give you the right strategies. Let me tell you about another newbie client, which is Anaya. And Anaya had this dream to travel the world and be a digital nomad. And we gave Anaya her freedom by strategically mapping out her projects. Everything was in her head. She knew what she wanted to do. She knew she was talented. She knew that she could make money online, but she felt overwhelmed with how to start. So during our VIP session, we were able to map out her business strategy, her business plan, her objectives into a project plan, into an actual project management tool. We broke everything into actionable pieces to launch her online business, right? And I kept her accountable throughout all of this process. I was definitely her right hand woman at this time, and I kept her accountable so that she can fulfill her dreams for herself. And Anaya quit the corporate job she hated and launched her remote digital marketing agency so that she can travel the world whilst making a full-time income. I absolutely love this story. I loved working with Anaya on this. And these are just some of the things that my clients say about me. So this is my client Diana. She's also a holistic um, business coach, and I helped launch her podcast, her Soulful Success podcast. I project managed all of that. I managed all of her contractors, and we were able to create a really amazing marketing plan so that she can grow her audience with her brand new coaching practice. And she wrote this amazing testimonial. I absolutely love her as well. She's based in Australia, and she's an extremely passionate she said about myself that I'm an extremely passionate and thorough business manager, and there's never been a task too hard or not completed efficiently. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with her and feels like she has gone above and beyond for me and my business. Pauline will not only understand your higher vision, but she will bring her expertise and knowledge to expand it. She brings so much added value to her business. It's incredible. As an entrepreneur, it feels so good to know your projects are in good hands. Oh my goodness, I'm so humbled by like how grateful she is with my help and how we were able to scale our business. So I'm so grateful for Diana for leaving me this wonderful testimonial. And it's so I this is such a humble brag, but this is what I do for my clients. I absolutely love to serve, and it brings me so much joy to really accelerate their revenue growth and their audience, and to help them fulfill their dreams of launching their business. So, what does this mean for you? Well, I want to say congratulations because you have been hand selected to join us in this exclusive private training. And I'm so excited to share with you all my learnings after supporting six-figure CEOs on their path to seven figures and beyond. So, congratulations and keep listening. So, like I said, out of all the seven-figure, six-figure CEOs that I've supported, I pretty much know where you are right now, okay? So I want you to listen up, and I want you to tell me in the chat, which one do you relate to? Which one are you out of these three personas? So are you the overachiever? Do you have a million ideas and you want things done yesterday? You open 10 projects at a time, but you struggle to close them. And the overachiever is really almost like the vision, like the definition of a visionary. They want things done yesterday. They have this so many projects in their head, but they just don't know how to they don't have the integrator. They don't have the other partner to help them realize all of their projects and their goals, right? And I love working with overachievers, right? and I love supporting overachievers because they come up with the most amazing ideas, the most ambitious ideas, but they just really need someone to execute it. Or are you the exhausted CEO? You know you need help to grow your business, but you also have a fear of letting go of control. I see this often especially when I'm hired by the newbie six-figure entrepreneurs. They really have a fear of letting go. You know that you need to start building your dream team, but you have mindset blocks on who to hire, how to hire, and how to manage people. I always ask these questions in the sales calls. Are you ready to let go? Because you have to relinquish a little bit of control in order to really upscale to the millions. Because guess what? No one can do it all alone, right? It's a lot to run a business, especially a seven-figure one. Now, the third type is the lost lamb. All right. So the lost lamb is you've done so well so far just by winging it. And sometimes I get in the sales calls with these people, with this CEO, this founder, with this leader, and they're like, I know I'm doing well. I don't know how successful I've got. I don't know how I got here. I don't know. I felt like I was just winging it, and somehow it worked out, and I'm now making multiple six figures. But they come to me and they say, Pauline, I know I've hit a plateau, and I know I can achieve more. I just don't know how. And guess what? I'm here because I know exactly how to help you, and my solutions are. So let's get to it. Because I'm pretty sure that you're at this stage right now. You have your 5 days fully booked. You're working 12, 14-hour days, right? You feel like you're just a hamster on a wheel right now. And you're working weekends, which is you're working more than you did in corporate, which is a horrible feeling, knowing that you left corporate life to start this new freedom-based business, and then all of a sudden, this is your calendar. You're constantly bogged down with execution tasks. Everything's in the red. You're trying to do marketing, sales, client delivery. You're trying to coach as well. You're trying to do a course. You're hiring and firing people because you're not happy with their work. This is you right now. And leave me some comments in the chat if this is you. Say a yes or an amen if this is you right now. And you're just tired, and you know that going forward into the new year like this, and it's just unsustainable, right? You just feel you're exhausted all the time. You feel burnt out, and you're starting to resent your business because you're not spending time doing what you love, or spending time with your loved ones, or reaping the benefits of your success. So this is what you could be. This is what your CEO schedule could actually look like. You can have a 3-day working week, right? You can take Monday off. You can take Friday off, right? I know for some of you that may be a foreign concept right now, but I promise you that it's possible. All you have to do is check emails, check in with your team, and you can just focus on the revenue generating tasks. That is exactly what a CEO should be doing. The revenue generating task of your business. You should be the figurehead of your business. You should be the one who is doing sales calls, getting on podcasts, networking, finding referral partners, networking. I know for some of you, you're like, what's that? You need to get out of just behind your computer 24/7 and go out there and actually meet people, and go out there and sell on camera, and go out there and jump on sales calls. And you should be selling your business and promoting and creating brand equity and marketing awareness on your business, not being bogged down, piecing together how ClickFunnels, how Kajabi, how CRMs work, right? That's not what you should be doing. You should have other people doing that for you. So I just want to make sure that this is possible for you. This CEO schedule is possible for you. You can have a Friday to Monday trip with your family, should you want to, and know that your business is still generating money, and know that your clients are still being taken care of, and know that your operations people, your social media manager, your director of operations, your VA is running your front office and the back office of your business effectively, so that you can relax, reap the benefits of your success, right? Spend it on your loved ones, spend it on experiences with your loved ones, go shopping, treat yourself, have a massage, and your business will still be there when you're back and ready and better, right? In a better frame of mind and refreshed. Okay. So I just want to make sure and take a pause here and leave me some comments on the chat if you believe that the CEO schedule is possible for you. Put hashtag I believe. And if you don't believe, say not yet a believer. Hashtag not yet a believer. But my goal is for you to realize that this is possible for you. And by the end of this training, you will know how, and you will know the solutions of what will enable you to have the CEO schedule. All right. So in this bootcamp, you are going to learn how to break through your revenue ceilings to get to 1 million and beyond. Because I promise you, it's possible to have the freedom and wealth you want using my 3-part framework. So, what is the 3-part framework, Pauline? Well, this is drum roll, please. This is the finale. No, I'm not kidding. It's not the finale. This is just the beginning, but I'm gonna give you the secret right at the very beginning, and then you have to stay till the end to know how to get there, right? So, this is the 3-fold path to 7 figures. This is my framework and how I've helped multiple 6-figure CEOs and now reach 7 figures. So with all of my learnings from corporate and from the online space and supporting a lot of leaders and CEOs, this is the 3-fold path. Dream team, having a dream team, having a project strategy, and being data driven. So when you are a CEO who masters these 3 components consistently, right? Consistently is should be underlined here. This is a keyword. You are able to break through business plateaus and scale to 7 figures and beyond. This is the secret to consistent growth and to keep consistently up leveling. So what is it? Let me break it down for you. The first step to 7 figures is to build your dream team from day one. I want you to listen up. I want you to know that from the day one of your business, you need to get support before you are ready. All right. If you are a coach, you should be coaching. You should be getting more coachees, right? You should not be doing admin work, really, to be honest. So you should be able to hire from day one an admin person to help you with that so that you can get more coach clients. I want you to create a hiring and onboarding process from the very beginning, really. And you can always iterate and update as you go along. I want you to be able to invest in creating SOPs and systems first so that you can make successful hire and you can onboard that successful hire. And I want you to keep this in mind that as a leader, you have to invest in team training and management from day one. And it doesn't mean that you have to do it for the whole of your business lifetime. That's why you should hire a director of operations or an online business manager or an operations manager, business manager, whatever you want to call us, to train them in your processes and then delegate the team training and management to them. Okay. But you, as the leader of your business, should be hands on from the very beginning on building and investing in a dream team. The second step to 7 figures is to consistently execute revenue generating projects. And so many of my clients that I've supported, right, especially the overachiever CEO, they want so many projects on at the same time. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Because what happens is you exhaust yourself as a CEO, you exhaust your team, and you exhaust your resources. And so many of them fall into this trap because they don't undertake resource planning and prioritize your project roadmap. What is a project roadmap, Pauline? I hear you ask. Well, to be honest, I would explain all of this, but some secrets I reserve for my clients. And we do all of the project roadmap mapping in my VIP days. If you need any help with that, let me know, and I will let you know in the DMs what that is. Increase monthly recurring revenue and improve profit margins. So many clients, especially my holistic well-being clients who, um, you know, they're very much in their heads, I'm not very business savvy, blah, blah, blah. Right. That's fine, but you need to hire someone that is, because monthly recurring revenue and improving profit margins and how to do this is so important. And this is what multiple six-figure CEOs pay attention to get to seven figures, because it's not just about increasing revenue, it's also about cutting cost. And if you're not um, business savvy like that, you need to hire someone who is. Okay. That is how you get to seven figures, by doing both cutting cost and increasing revenue. Now, the third step to of the threefold path to seven figures, right? And I'm gonna ask you this question: is one thing that sets the top earners apart from all the CEOs, numerous CEOs I've supported, is that they are data driven, right? They focus on data. Seven-figure business owners are not just making decisions based on hunches or guesses. They are using data to drive decision making and strategy. And if you have any questions on this, please send me a DM or write in the chat right now. And I hear you ask, Pauline, I don't like maths. I hear you, sis. I also was not a massive fan of maths when I was younger, but I love data. I love data-driven sessions. I'm such a nerd when it comes to data. And this is because I actually, worked at Google. And in Google, if you did not make any sort of reference to data when you're making a point, don't make the point at all. So I love working with data with my CEO and my leaders, and supporting them on how to make data-driven decisions. A lot of them are like, oh my God, bury my hands in the sands. I don't even know where my data is coming from. I don't even know how to set up my systems to make sure that I'm getting the right data to track my success. I don't know how to do it. Pauline, help me. I got you. Don't worry. Data can be intimidating at times, but data is your best friend. And I'm going to try my very best to persuade you that data are your business besties. Okay. Okay. So, like I mentioned, that is the threefold path to seven figures, right? And this is how I also grew my own business. And this is how I help my multiple seven-figure CEOs scale to seven figures. And this is my zone of genius. This is what I love to do, supporting a CEO, a visionary, a leader, and being that integrator, that director of operations, that business manager to help them get to this, support them in this path. So that is the threefold path to seven figures. So today I want to talk about step one. So step one is all about the CEO with the dream team. And I'm going to begin with a story of how I supported as founder, right? I had a coach, a master coach come to me, and she had a coaching practice, and she definitely was the exhausted CEO. So the exhausted CEO, I'm just going to give you a reminder, is you need help to grow your business, but you also have a fear of letting go of control. You need to start building your dream team, but you have mindset blocks on who to hire, how to hire, and how to manage people. And this is a huge pain point for my clients, especially those who are so close to six figures, but they're just scared. They're just really scared to let go and give the reins to someone else so that they can get out of the day-to-day in the weeds of their business. So scaling your business efficiently requires a really good team. There's a lot of moving parts, right? When we really want to execute and deliver results to our clients on a large level, it is vital the internal work is being done efficiently by a great team that we can trust. So unfortunately, many business owners actually skip this part. Okay. So I'm just gonna pause here, and I want again some engagement. And I want you to share where you are in the path. What causes you to delay building your dream team, hiring correctly, or manage a team ineffectively, right? And I want you to, I'm going to pause here, and I just want you to take some time right now to tell me, what do you think is happening here? Like, why are you not hiring? Why are you not relinquishing control? Just drop some comments. I want to make sure that everyone's still awake. Because let me tell you, what's happening is that unfortunately many businesses actually skip the part of hiring effectively and creating a system, and they run wild and they try to figure things out by themselves. They lose a lot of money and gain a lot of stress because hiring and onboarding and offboarding a contractor that or an employee that you don't that is not suited for your business takes so much time and stress. Honestly, there are different elements that go into hiring the right candidate at the right time. There are important things such as mindset, qualifications, training, etc. And if you hire in a hurry and assume just anyone can get the job done, this is going to lead to bad results and more disappointment. It will also result in more work than you had in the first place, as you will have a lot of messes to clean up. So it's important to remember not to rush the hiring process and try to fill the role with the fastest, or what I see a lot of people do, the cheapest option. So take your time finding a candidate that shares similar business values, priorities, and goals. And so I want us to tackle the main thing at the very start that everyone gets stuck on, and that is the limiting beliefs. Okay, so this is what I start with when I work with my clients. We start first, who hire me for hiring and team management, we start first with all the limiting beliefs that they have. So the first limiting belief that we are going to tackle is, I can't trust anyone else to do the work, they will probably get it wrong, right? So I want you to change this limiting mindset blocks to, I do trust people that they can take part in my business and do tasks better than I ever thought possible. Now, these are the solutions, okay? You have to set up the right systems and standard operating procedures to set your team up for success. And so many leaders and visionaries and CEOs don't do this. They hire in a hurry, they hire when it's too late, and they don't have the systems and processes in place to actually set the person that they've hired up for success. The truth is that people will not know your brand, voice, message, and preferences at first. But all of these things can be taught, and it's easier to find a good candidate than you think. You can choose to hire alone, or you can choose to hire an agency to help you with your hiring process, such as my agency. You can hire a leader who can help you with this, such as me as a director of operations. When choosing an agency you trust, you get to test applicants to see exactly what they can do for your business before deciding who you will bring to onboard. This will boost confidence in your ability to hand some of your workload over and actually remove the chances of consistent mistakes being made by your virtual assistants, or by your online business manager, or by your copywriter, or whoever it is that you are hiring. Now, I completely understand that the hardest part of scaling your business is trusting other people with your workload, with your business, because your business is your baby. But outsourcing specific tasks was the best thing I did for my business growth and for my clients as well. And finding the right candidate is very, very achievable. I know I went through this process myself and was able to scale this way. Once you hand over the tasks that you either don't enjoy or are taking up too much of your time, you gain the freedom to do the tasks that only you can do and that you really love. Okay, so you are actually happier, right? It's all to do with your well being of your business and the well being of yourself as a CEO. So, of course, I'm going to spill the beans, right? I'm here to help you and I'm going to give you the solutions. So, how are you going to solve this limiting belief? Well, one, make a detailed SOP, standard operating procedure, for each task. If you don't know the task well, ask your current task manager and be sure to explain that you need the task description to be as clear as possible. And with my clients, I have like a specific SOP template that I use with my clients, and I work with them to cater it to their business. And you can also record a video for future teammates for all learning methods if you wish. And don't forget to include the links to tools and documents to provide more clarity. I help with my clients do this. SOP creation is one of the agency services that we provide, and we really help our clients. This is one of the foundational work that I do with all of my clients the very first month that we work together. Another thing that you can do, and this is the second step, is to share the importance of accuracy and make it a habit for team members to check their work. You can encourage soft deadlines for their first drafts if their job is creating content. And it then encourages them to come back to it at a later time or date to check over the draft and take in any feedback that you have. Thirdly, make sure to explain the need for a detail orientated person. When hiring, include this detail in your job description, applications, and test. It's also a great idea to have them describe the work ethic during the initial interview. All right. So I hope everyone's taking notes. I'm going to pause here. And if you have any questions, please put in the chat and we will go back at the end and make sure that we pick those up and reply directly to you. And don't forget to leave your email as well. The second limiting belief is that I need someone just like me in order to understand my brand and ideas. And I want you to change this to I don't want to work with someone with the same talents and ideas as me. My company needs a diverse group of minds that have unique talents and interests to build my brand alongside me. So, what is the solution here? Well, I want you to think about your dream team is not going to be people very similar to me. You need different talents. You need diversity. I'm all about diversity and inclusion in business. Okay. And I want you to conduct the team and skills audit in your business and use aptitude tests like Kobe, Myers-Briggs to really make sure that you have a diversity and a diverse pool of talents when you're hiring. It's true that letting go of some control and operations in your company can be scary, especially if the person you hire is not exactly like you in personality, nor has the same skill set. But guess what? That is what you need. You worry about you might worry about what they know and if they really understand your branding fully to do their job right. But here is the truth. You're not an expert at every task that needs to be done, right? This is why we outsource. You are an expert in the area you have chosen to specialize in, but you still need all the business tasks, all the other things done well. So you have to hire someone who focuses their time into the areas outside of your zone of genius. So you can hire a team, an agency just like PMC to help you with this, but you can also do this yourself, right? So first, you can remember that the point of growing your team is to allow more time for yourself to do the tasks that only you can do. You knowing and know that everyone has a unique interest and gifts to add to the collection of superpowers to the team. So express how crucial each role your team plays when you're hiring. Listen to them, and when you're managing, of course, as well. Listen to them in meetings and have them voice their concerns or their own ideas. Showing you value them is amazing way to boost morale and keep the team motivated and believe in your ability as a leader and in your brand's business mission and vision. And if you don't know what that is, I help my clients with actually defining the mission, vision, and value statements in their business. And of course, like I said, if you don't want to do all of this kind of team management, hire someone and train them on your mission, vision, and values and how you want them to manage your dream team. This is not something that you have to do. You can get out of the day to day of your business as long as you get you put the trust and you train a director of operations, another leader, your right hand to do this for you. Number two, if you want to do this by yourself, is that it's possible to teach each person's abilities with aptitude tests like the Kobe. If you already took the Kobe test yourself and your marks are low in a specific area, you may want to focus on hiring or training people who scored higher in the same area. And if you don't know what Kobe is and you need explanation, send me a DM. I work with my clients and explaining how to use the aptitude test effectively. Three is, thirdly, you need to find what part of your business needs attention. And this is why the auditing is so important. And like I said, you don't have to do this yourself. You can get someone else to do this for you. You need to assess what you are doing well and where your pain points are. And let me give you an example and pause here. For example, if you're not great at writing copies, such as myself, I'm not the greatest copywriter. That's why I have a copywriter on my team that does all our clients' copywriting. But you are amazing at systems, which is what I'm amazing at. You might be looking for a copywriter, right? If you are someone with your So then go out there and make sure that you create a system and a job description that is a copywriter that aligns with your mission, vision, and values, and the brand of your business, the brand that you're going for in your business. And then you can train them to really get to know your brand, and you can kind of train them and piece them, the little pieces in your business so that they really understand how they can write for you, right? It's all in the training and how you hire. But what I'm trying to get across here is if you hire someone with your same talents and interests, then you will still have to do the same tasks that you don't enjoy and struggle, right? You don't want to hire a copywriter that's amazing at systems but not great at copywriting. Hope that goes without saying. All right. So embrace diversity in your business and embrace inclusion in your business. Right. Another limiting belief. I can't hire a team. I never hire the right person. My goodness, the amount of times I hear this when I'm speaking to someone who's hiring me to do team management and hiring for them. So I want you to change this mindset blocks or limiting belief to I can hire the right team if I am thorough in my hiring process. And what happens is the clients that hire me for this kind of work, the solution I give them is I take the time to create a detailed job descriptions and comprehensive hiring and onboarding system for them that is specific for their business, right? Your hiring process can take several steps, but the more careful you are in being specific, listing the duties and responsibilities, showing the style of your brand, the mood of your team, the more you will be able to make determinations on who is the best choice to onboard, someone that is really fitting into your team culture. Remember, there's no sure way of hiring the right person, but setting up so many filters in your process to qualify the right applicant will reduce that risk. If you don't know how to do this, you can hire me to do this for you. You can hire director of operations to do this for you, so that this risk, this churn rate of employees will decrease, right? With the right process when you have your onboarding and hiring process set up. Or if you want to do this yourself, first, I want you to think about your own areas where you're lacking experience or struggle to do yourself. And then I want you to make your hiring process take several steps to filter through people who wouldn't be a good fit. Then I want you to list the preferences on the job description. And please talk about time zones. So many people don't talk about time zones enough. We are in the online space. Everyone is globally distributed. So make sure you mention time zones. Let them know your expectations when they first come across your ad. How often do you wish to communicate with them? Are there weekly meetings for your team? And let them know they need to block off time on a weekly basis first thing, for example. Fourth, during the hiring process, be sure to interview the candidate with specific questions on where they see themselves in the future. Be very specific with your questions, right? How they would face specific situations, experiences that may be relevant, include common circumstances in what they might face in a position and how they would handle them. And finally, if you are still worried about the process of hiring, so you can actually hire out this task a professional hiring manager or director of operations or agents or online business management agency and be clear on the exact kind of person you are looking for in the job opening. And we have an interview process that we run through with our clients to make sure that we are hiring effectively for them and we are creating the best hiring and onboarding process for them. And I want you to get away with it, to really finish this training with this in mind. Hiring does not have to be hard. Okay, take the time to discover the people that you bring into your business's circle. It's best as the owner or CEO that you meet each new team member or at least watch their interview in order to feel more comfortable with the process by seeing exactly who you are possibly onboarding. Record each interview if you can't interview the candidate yourself so you can see how they answer questions and present themselves. Okay. But I want to give you a quick win. Like I said, you can hire me, you can hire my agency to do this for you. But I want to give you a quick win, right? I want you to message me your email address and we'll send you the hiring playbook, which is completely free, but it's very comprehensive. We want to give you a ton more value. If you want to go all in and take back more of your time, you can reach out to us and we have solutions to help you build your dream team. But if you want to go at it alone, I still got you. Okay. Send me a DM and I'll share with you the hiring playbook. And what is in the hiring playbook? Well, you have the team leader mindset, you have role profile sheets, you have job descriptions template, job descriptions examples, how to post job ads effectively, how to rate your applicants, how you have candidate grading sheets, right? I give you the whole thing, right? Initial interview question examples, interview process email examples, and how to set goals for your team. So it's very, very comprehensive, because I know that we have so much value to give if you want to do it by yourself. Although I will warn you, it takes a lot of time. So if you want to focus on your CEO schedule and just the other revenue generating tasks, you can most definitely reach out to us for Dream Team Solutions, and we'll be able to help you out with this to save you a lot of time and stress on how to do and actually learning it all yourself. All right. So that's the end of day 1 of this bootcamp. All right. So day 2 of project day 2 of this bootcamp, and we're talking about the step 2 of the threefold path to 7 figures, and that is project strategy. All right. So just quick reminder, if you don't remember the framework that I use with my clients: dream team, project strategy, and being data driven. That is the threefold path to 7 figures. And when you are a CEO who masters all 3 of these components consistently, you are able to break through business plateaus and scale to 7 figures and beyond. So let's get right to it. All right. So step 2, the CEO with a project strategy. So let me know in the chat if this is you. Are you the overachiever? You have so many ideas and you wanted them done yesterday. You struggle to prioritize your projects and you constantly find yourself running to keep up with all the new projects you create for yourself. You have no idea if they're even making money. And I've supported clients. I had a client that hired me to basically order a new e-commerce business, but at the same time she was also going through a divorce. At the same time she was also revamping her whole coaching practice. And of course, it was a very stressful time for her, and I told her, I really need to be able to show you what your project velocity is. And if you don't know what that is something that I work with my clients to figure out. And also how to prioritize. And that's also something that I work very closely with my clients. How do you actually prioritize your projects? So project strategy is all about coming up with your strategic objectives, mapping this out, and prioritizing it accordingly. This is what I do with all of my clients. So is this you right now? Like I mentioned, you have a million ideas. You struggle to prioritize your projects, and you're constantly getting stressed out, finding yourself running to keep up with all the new projects you created for yourself. Leave a comment in the chat if you are the overachiever CEO. I'd love to know. And I want you to tell me as well how many projects you have going at the moment and how much projects have you got going at any one time in your busiest period. I'd love to hear it. So how do you walk the path of CEO with project strategy, right? And it's hard because a lot of people don't know exactly how to. They don't want to stop being an overachiever, because most entrepreneurs, let's face it, are overachievers. But how can you keep on top of that side, of that visionary side of your entrepreneurial personality, so that you don't get burnt out? And it's true, projects can be complicated with many moving parts and tasks for different departments. For CEOs with teams to manage, there's hardly, any time or bandwidth in our schedule to monitor and take charge of a project, much less several at a time. Sometimes hiring out is the only option. We have to make sure we're not struggling with our output along with our quality of content. So, what is the solution? How are you able to walk the path to project strategy, right? Well, simple solution is that you need a right hand person to help you in this path. to help you take the reins. And this is when you should often consider hiring a project manager. So, Pauline, what exactly does a project manager do? Well, in the realm of online space, right? So, a project manager comes into your business either as a contractor or retainer basis and helps listen to the CEO and stakeholders' ideas for a project, and then manages their implementation team and can help them bring in additional skilled team members to complete the project in order to create the highest quality possible. So project managers come between the implementation team and the CEO to answer questions or ask the leader questions on behalf of the team. What happens is what happens when you hire a project manager is or a director of operations to project manage for you, the CEO is able to get so much of their headspace back, to get so much of their time back. They're not constantly replying to Slack comments, Slack chats, or direct messages or emails from the implementation team who are making that idea happen, because the project manager is the middle person who's taking care of that. So the project management likely will not be skilled in other tasks outside of project management, or they will not offer to perform the tasks that could be done by a member of the implementation team. They are simply there to set a plan, put it into motion, and to help you achieve your goals, giving updates on progress, as well as staying within your budget. And this is so important. Most CEOs don't even have budget control under their belt. So a project manager would work hand in hand with the CEO, with you, the visionary, to make sure that you stay on top of budget, and also to make sure that every single person in the implementation team is held accountable so that the project is moving forward, project timelines are being met, etc. So a project manager will help you through all the different phases of a project. And while you are in the planning period for your project, please note that execution usually takes around 6 to 9 months for a project to be done and done well, right? Of course, there's varying types of projects. Some projects can be shorter than that. Really depends on the specific business and the CEO's objectives. So I know you're probably thinking, all right, so if I'm gonna have to do this by myself, I need to learn what a project manager actually does. Or if I'm hiring a project manager, well, I should really listen to Pauline so that I know what is the project manager process. So when I'm hiring well effectively. Don't worry, I've got you. So this is the process of a project manager, or a good project manager process anyway. The project manager documents the ideas of the CEO and stakeholders first, along with their business mission, vision, and values. Next, they record the skills, scope for each role, and the number of hours each team member of the implementation team can work with during the week. This is resource planning, and it's so important. And so many CEOs and solopreneurs who have reached 6 figures, they don't do resource planning enough, right? We always, especially if you're an overachiever CEO, you tend to, in your head, um, over you think you have more resources than you actually have. So a project manager will help you see quantitatively by numbers, help you see the numbers, so that you know exactly how many hours each team member of the implementation team can work during a week, and also how many hours you as a CEO can work a week, right? Because this is so important. Energy management is a huge part of what I do with all of my clients. Taking this information, the project manager will form a plan on how the project will be done. They'll break it down into tasks and then assign out um, each out of these tasks to the individual members to perform. So this is where the project management tool is really useful. The project manager will live and breathe in that project management tool. They'll be updating tasks, moving timelines, checking in on each team members of the implementation team to make sure things are moving forward. Remember, the project manager, or a good project manager will make sure each task has a due date to keep the project on track, and also done on time. Because guess what? A project is not a project without tasks or due dates. Without due dates or timelines, it basically becomes a very lengthy to-do list, which is not what we want. And I'm going to give you a quick hint here, a little top secret, right? If you're having a hard time deciding on due dates and how long you need to give tasks, how long you need to give someone, how long it will take for a task for them to do, just work backwards and reverse engineer, because ultimately due dates, yeah, give the ultimate due date to the present day. So reverse engineer. And if you don't know how to do this, because I have worked with a ton of CEOs who hire me because they just can't do this kind of reverse engineering work, then please reach out to me. We have project management solutions within PMC to help you with this. And finally, and this is my favorite part of being a project manager, the project manager meets with the CEO and the other leaders of the business to get either a spoken or written agreement for the go ahead to begin the project. One of the main things that a lot of CEOs want to really get out of really is the communication side of project management and project strategy. So these are the weekly team meetings where project managers, which is, if you are the CEO and you're project managing, you will have to give updates on tasks that was completed last week, what is coming up for the next week, team performance, what's running late, how your budget is doing. Like, that's a lot to do as a CEO, as a coach, for example, and also serve your clients is a lot. I get it. That's why it's so effective to hire a director of operations who can be that leader for your business and who can lead in this communication side of project management. And this is what I love doing as well, this project coordination with all of my clients. For projects that are running late, make sure that you have a solution or come up with a solution. Sometimes things happen and team members have to leave the project, or things get in the way and they can't work for a few days. Find a way around that with your project manager and decide what course of action you can take and whether they can push their task back or not. For budgets, it's best to establish that within the first meeting with your project manager, they will then update you on a weekly basis on how much of your budget has been used. Sometimes even by percentages, right? You really need a data-driven project manager or director of operations. They also give updates on weekly business, and they will create a lot more ease within the team, right? Their job is to make things easier for the team to implement, and to make things happen and to remove any blockers. But as the project gets closer to launch, you might even meet more often and for longer periods with the implementation team. So for the CEO, this is a lot of, it's very strenuous to keep having meetings after meetings. So if you hire a project manager or director of operations that do project management, do this for you, then you're really saving yourself so much energy, time, space, stress. Okay. So that's why it's so important to know how to hire a great project manager and to have that right hand person. Now, do you find yourself asking, and this is something that a lot of my overachiever CEO clients ask me, what if I don't trust other people to perform a project as well as I can in my business? So if you're anything like me, you like to be in control of everything going on in your business. You are very hands on, and there is an anxiety in letting people take control of your business or a part of it at least and manage it. And I know it's tough, but really try to consider that you just don't have the time to do all the things in the world for your business, especially if you want to grow so quickly, right? You really have to invest time, money, and it's a lot for one person to do. And that's why you need to hire a team, and that's why the first step to the threefold path to seven figures is to build a dream team, and the second is project strategy, which is what your team needs to execute on. You have people that help run things already, and they hopefully have made you a profit. So hiring a project manager should be no different, right? So let's talk about how much does the project manager cost. Well, it depends. The price depends on the size of your team, the size of the project, and complexity, and the amount of training some team members need, and so much more. So it's best to really lay out your entire set of ideas to your project manager and let them give you the price in a second meeting. And another thing that I work with my clients is avoiding the dreaded scope creep. I don't think many people use the term, but it happens to all of us visionaries when we get an idea and we just can't get it out of our heads. Oh my goodness, my overachieving clients, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. And say me too in the comments if this is you. So when scope creep happens, it's after we sign off on a project that is already underway. And then we get big ideas on what we can do to make the project better. Now, if this happens to you, my lovely, I love you to bits overachiever CEOs, um, and I want you to tell your project manager to document your ideas for the next project. Adding new things to an already planned out project will add to the price, time, and resources your team has. They might require more training, might require hiring more people, might push back on the launch date, and can get out of hand really fast with ideas being added over time. Instead, it's really essential to just document your ideas for the next launch instead, the next project cycle instead. So, I want also to talk to you about achieving the pathway to becoming a CEO with a project strategy. And be sure to have all of these components: your mission, vision, and values, your resource planning, your project management tool, and strategic mapping. And I hear you ask, I don't know what strategic mapping is. Well, like I said, this is something that I reserve for people that I do a VIP day with. And, some things I have so many, I love project management. I love getting things done. So, there's some things I have to leave to my clients, to my VIP clients. Okay. So reach out to me if you are still unsure or still need some support in understanding what exactly you need for project planning and strategy, and reach out to me at helpmepointing.com. Okay. So I want to give you, of course, a quick win, because this is what you're here for. Now, you've heard me mention project velocity, and this has been such a game changer for my clients, because they're like, what does that mean? I can do 10 things at once in 1 month. I can do 10 projects in 1 month. That is definitely something I can do for my business, and that definitely won't lead to burnout. And the concept of project velocity is something that I invented for all my clients to make them understand using numbers, right? Numbers can't lie to you, my friends. Well, they can, but for this purpose, numbers can't lie to you. And I want you to figure out in the chat, leave it in the chat so I can reach out to you to let you know whether your project velocity is good or not, or in a good range. What is your project velocity? This is a concept I devised, and it basically shows you how many projects you can do within a specific time period. So for me, I always ask, how many projects have you done within a 3-month period? So 5 projects in 3 months, 5 divided by 3 equals 1.6. And I have a scale range and I take into consideration other factors. But I just want you, I'm gonna pause here and just give you some time to work this out. And I want you to drop in the chat what your project velocity is. I'm going to pause for a minute here, take some water, and make sure I'll give you some time to work this out. All right, everybody. I hope that was enough time for all of you to work out your project velocity. Please, please, please send it on a chat. I want to see. I am such a nerd on these kind of things. I want to know what is all of y'all's project velocity. Okay. And if you found this advice helpful or want to know more about project management solutions within PMC and within my project management experience, I would love to help you. You can join my VIP sessions, and I will give you one-to-one support in growing your team and give you advice for mindset and business systems as a CEO. For the application and for a free consultation call with me, don't forget to check out my agency services at helpmepauline.com. Okay, and I will see you for the next section, the next step, the final step for the threefold path to 7 figures. I'm so excited. So I'll see you there soon. Hello, everybody. All right, step 3 on the threefold path to 7 figures. So it's all about being a data-driven CEO. So there's a famous saying. I told you my background was in tech, right? In big tech. There's a saying that all product managers have and tech people know, and that's what you measure, you improve. And that's by Peter Drucker, which is a tech guy. So it's so important, right? This is what separates multiple 6-figure entrepreneurs to the millionaires, and that is being data driven. So that is what I'm going to talk to you about today. So is this you right now? Are you the lost lamb? You've done so well just by winging it, but you know you can do so much better if only you have the right systems in place and know exactly how to measure success in your business. And you've hit a plateau, and you don't know what you don't know, and you know you need to be more data driven to find the biggest movers in your business. And I remember supporting a client who came to me and she said, I'm making multiple six figures, but I just know I can reach 1 million this year. I just don't know how. And I asked her, okay, how do you run your business currently? And to my horror, oh my goodness, my horror, she runs her business through a WhatsApp group chat. She had like 10 contractors, and no wonder she was burnt out. No wonder she was stressed. She was running things from a WhatsApp group chat, and she had no idea. No one in her team was data driven. She had no idea what her sales was. She had no idea how much all of these other tools she was paying for and subscribed to was, causing her to lose so much money per year, per month, right? So I don't want you to be like that. I helped that CEO get to 7 figures within 6 months of working together because I was able to identify the leaks in her business, the KPIs, the key performance indicators that will to improve upon and that all of her team can improve on. And I want the same thing for you, because if you're not data driven and you don't like numbers, please, please, please find someone else to do it for you, because this might just be the missing part to get you to your $1 million business, or whatever currency you're in. Million pound business for me because I'm in the UK. All right. So, but Pauline, I hear you. What does it all mean? And I'm here to convince you that metrics and KPIs are your business besties. They are the ones that is letting you know whether you are in the right track. But I'm not going to leave you hanging. Listen up, take notes, grab a pen and paper. All right. I'm going to tell you what KPIs are, what metrics are. And I don't want to overwhelm you with all of the slides, right? With all the text. I just want you to listen to me. All right. So, what are KPIs? KPIs are short for key performance indicators, and they are the key for understanding the health of a business. When it comes to tracking KPIs and learning about overall performance through metrics is needed for strategic planning and growth for all businesses. This is what I help my CEO clients with as soon as they get onboarded. We do a VIP day all about strategic planning. And though many businesses think of watching all their metrics, this is not the best way to improve your business on what your business especially needs. If you end up just looking over the metrics and just choosing one each month to measure success, to measure your progress, what you might as well be running in circles, right? If this specific metric is not a true key performance indicator, okay? So, what are metrics? A metric is just a quantifiable measurement as a number or a percentage, and they are used to track the performance or progress towards a common goal set by you, the CEO, by the business owner. This is based on core values and vision of the company. All metrics have to relate to a goal and an overall objective for the business for them to be worth tracking. All right, I'm going to pause there. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat. All right, so I'm going to pause there. I want you to know what the difference is between a metric and a KPI, because all KPIs are metrics, but not all metrics are KPIs. This is very important. KPIs are all metrics. They are all numbers that reveal data involving a business's performance. But not every metric is a key performance indicator. I'm repeating that so that gets in your head. The KPI is a piece of your business that you wish to track and make the gains it needs to improve its performance. Instead, you should look over your business and decide what calculation or KPIs to track of a key area in your business is performing. So these areas always include a metric of data to gain that information for the KPI. And then you have to prioritize what part of your business is most important to you. If it's visibility, you might be more focused on social media or networking. most of the time. So what should you be focusing on? Well, it might be your KPI might be the number of referral partners you get every month or every quarter, how many networking events you successfully give out your details to, how many podcast guesting you do per month, per quarter, right? It's up to you. Each business is different. This is what I help my clients define right before they start working with me. So most of the time, businesses will track finance KPIs, right? And then rate their visibility below, for example. A lot of my clients, they come to me and they just want to focus on finance KPIs. And so their visibility KPIs are not of importance that specific quarter. And this is especially true if you are new to business. But when you start to identify your KPIs, it's best to try to prioritize, recognize, and optimize them to help you improve your business. All right. So I hope that is more important to measure. And the other thing that I want to talk about here, and so many people don't, a lot of my clients don't do, is that it is hard, right, to be data driven if you don't have systems in place. And one of the things that is so foundational to my work, and a lot of my clients hire me for, is that the mission, vision, and values piece, and what actually determines your current KPI. And that's called your mission, vision, and values. And I work with my clients to define these. And, this is something I reserve for my clients. This is training that I reserve for them. So if you want some training on that, reach out to me. All right. So let's look at this slide. So finding your KPIs. So where do you start? The KPIs are determined by the type of business, right? It's different for everybody. The best thing you can do is to customize your KPIs and metrics to the way you prioritize your strategic objectives. And this is training that I do with my clients. And how do they come up with strategic objectives in my process called strategic mapping. This is a process that we use in my agency and with my VIP clients. So find out your biggest goal and determine what KPI are in your business that will make your dream a reality first. Allow yourself to dream of the biggest possible dream you have, and set your 1-year dream, and then set a goal for 6 months. This is where you can dream of revenue goals and the number of sales you would like to see after 6 to 12 months. Now, think of the best case scenario of everything going your way within the next 12 months, right? Ask yourself a question: what does your business look like now? Are you an agency? Have you hired more people? Have you got a new skill? Do you offer one-to-one coaching sessions, or do you make products or new products, right? And finally, what do you plan to do with your schedule? Do you want to work for more or less? Do you take holidays, work weekends? How many hours do you want to work a week? Write all of these visions down so that you can keep track of them. From these, you can form plans on how to move on with more focus. You can set some goals, and 3 to 5 should be manageable for the year. And making a plan is the first step, right? But if you're struggling to come up with your mission, your vision, your plan, it might be beneficial to define your mission, vision, and values. And this is training that I do with my clients. So please reach out to me about how to do that, right? Your mission is the purpose of your business. This one can change depending on your services and your clients or customers. This is what you get out of bed every morning. This is what inspires you, what excites you for every day. And you get to continue to work and help others or create the service or product that you offer. Your vision is the future point, right? This is where your business will be. Tends to change the most. I would recommend updating this every 6 months up to a year. There shouldn't be a goal to set further than a year, because honestly, the online business space is so quick. And it changes constantly. And I know you visionaries, you change your mind 6 times a day. So values are so important, and it's not a lot of businesses do them. And I think it's such a detriment to your own success. These are fundamental pieces that describe the very heart of your business. They define just what it is that sets your business apart from others. Examples of values can be honesty, integrity, loyalty, and authenticity. I always talk about one of the values in my agency, and that is candor. And I want you to identify the metrics that you need. That is the third step, right? On the path to being data driven. So identify the metrics, and this is the really, really fun part, and I love doing this with my clients, is just finding just what metrics will be beneficial to achieving your goals. List the ones that you are tracking and then the ones that will help you get close to your goals. When you create a list of 10 to 15 metrics that will help you. The next step after you find your ideal metrics is to narrow them down to the top 3 to 5 metrics. This can be found by placing the metrics on a piece of paper and writing out what goal they support. You are going to be tracking and watching this the most, and this will be your KPIs. This is the process you need to repeat quarterly. Okay, you can do this with myself as with your very own director of operations or team members to remain as up to date as possible on what your business actually currently needs. And finally, you need to identify success, right? Set a metric or goal. For example, you say your goal is to increase your email click-through rates by 20%. You can say that this will be under the charge of the copywriter or the email marketing manager. Compare the data you receive each month and compare and change your emails to find what works and what increases the click-through rate. So one of the things that I love is this concept of OKRs. This is something that I actually learned from Google, from my time at Google. And in Google, we have OKRs. All employees have OKRs, and it stands for objectives, key results, right? So results to define the success of the metrics that you're trying to improve. Okay, so if you need any training on this, let me know. I'll reach out to me, and this is something that I reserve for my VIP clients. Again, this OKRs training, and also I like to set good, better, best goals and break it down with my clients and make it really actionable, not just for my clients accountability, but also to keep the rest of their teams accountable to their goals and make sure that they have ownership towards that specific KPI. All right. So if you find this advice helpful or want to know more about KPI management, metrics, dashboard creation, I would love to help you. You can join my VIP sessions. I'll give you one-to-one support. And like I said, you can reach out to me at helpmepauline.com. So I want to give you a quick win. I want to take a pause here, and I want you to tell me what KPI will you be tracking in the next 3 months. So I gave you an example already. There's a plethora of KPIs, right? Could be how many comments on a Instagram reel, right? How many Facebook community you have, how many community members you have in your Facebook community, how many sales calls you have per week, right? There's various other KPIs. So I'm just gonna pause here and make sure that I'm gonna give you time. Think about those and what KPI will you be tracking in the next 3 months? Drop it in the comments, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alrighty, I hope that you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed our training so far on the threefold path to 7 figures. I'm so happy that you took the time to really up level to the next bit in your business, and I'm super excited. And of course, I know your brain is fried right now and so excited, but we're not done yet. We're not done yet, my friends. So I want you to tell me what you are missing, right? So what are you missing still? Well, purely, you don't know what you don't know. You only see the outside of a 7-figure business, and you can't reverse engineer how teams, systems, and operations work in a 7-figure business. You cannot figure it out by yourself. Each business is different, right? Each business is different. And that's why you need a director of operations, an online business management team to help you walk the path to seven figures. And I don't want you to miss the critical thing that really moves the profit in your business, because this is what I found with all of my clients. They hire me, and within 3 months of working together, we have walked the path to seven figures together. And I've identified just the leaks in their business, the small little tweaks and changes, because you have done a wonderful job. You have done the hard work of getting this far to six figures. It's only those little tweaks and refinement that a director of operations, an online business management team can really help you solidify so that you get to your millions. All right. So so what does this mean to you? What does hiring an online business management agency or a director of operations mean? Well, it means all of these things. It means there's no more last minute work. There's no more staying up late. There's no more working weekends, creating proposals, rushing around like a headless chicken, trying to catch up on all the work that you didn't do and feeling guilty that you didn't do over the weekdays. And you spend your weekends rather than relaxing, you're catching up on work, on missed work. There's no more trying to remember what needs to get done or what got done, right? No more chasing team members, and no more searching for documents and for 15 2 hours at a time trying to find where did that video go that I did, or where did that blog post that I did. No more second guessing your KPIs and your project strategy. So this is what having a director of operations mean for you. So Pauline, I need your help. Pauline, help me. And that's why my website is called helpmepauline.com, because this is what I hear time and time again with working with the seven figure CEOs. So these are our solutions. In my VIP day, we will do my strategic mapping process that I have worked countless CEOs achieve their goals and dreams and put it down to paper. All right. VIP day strategic planning. Using our strategic mapping process, you'll spend a few hours with us and have your next 12 months planned. We will find the needle movers in your business so that you can prioritize the tasks that will drive your business forward. And the greatest thing is, it's all going to be done in a project management tool so that you can get your project manager, or if you hire us, you can assign the tasks immediately and you can get the projects rolling immediately, right? So this is the beauty of it. You spend a few hours and you have your whole next 12 months planned. It's amazing. We also help refine your mission, vision, and core values, and strategically map all of your project strategy and your KPI strategy properly within this VIP day. So its results are immense. I did this with a client and she sold her first client within 6K of implementing the strategy that we had from her VIP day. So make sure that you're really allowing yourself to take the time out to work with someone to get every single little thing that's in your head, all the ideas down into a project management tool and integrate it with the rest of your team so that things are being done and you're not just dreaming about it. Okay. And if you need more support, we will meet you wherever you are on your journey. The VIP day is just a great way to give you that quick win and to identify how we can best support you. And after that VIP day, you can work with us on a project basis or on a retainer basis. We can do KPI mapping, systems and SOP creation. We do hiring and team management. We have PR. We have my lovely visibility strategist, Maria, to help you with your PR and visibility strategy. I help you with your project management and your project management and your project strategy, right? It's so important, and more. I've helped my clients revamp coaching programs, launch a digital course, launch an ebook, manage their team, hire a whole new team, onboard and set up their onboarding system, client delivery. Oh my goodness, it's endless. Anything that helps you run a successful seven-figure business, I'm here for you. And I'm so excited to work with you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any concerns or doubts about implementing the threefold path to seven figures, they are more than welcome. I am here to serve. And if you are interested in our solutions, please schedule a free consultation call at helpmepauline.com. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I want to make sure that I am serving you, and I want to get you to that freaking threefold path to seven figures, because I honestly believe that you can be a millionaire while working less hours. And I want to make that happen for you. So thank you for the time today, and I will see you in our next training. Bye for now.